an unexpected image of a royal figure navigating a London street independently, pulling a suitcase, recently prompted widespread public inquiry. The scene depicted a princess, without the customary presence of security personnel or an accompanying entourage, devoid of the usual royal protocol, raising immediate questions about her destination, her solitary presence, and the apparent silence from Buckingham Palace. The publicly disseminated footage did not fully convey the underlying circumstances. This public observation occurred against a backdrop of several months of increasing internal strain within the royal household, following the rejection of a private proposition originating directly from Prince William. The period also included a Christmas Day public appearance that surprised royal correspondents, culminating in a significant determination made in early 2026, which resulted in the exclusion of two princesses from a prominent event on the royal calendar, enacted without any official public explanation. Princess Beatrice had previously been positioned alongside Prince William at Buckingham Palace, just a few months prior this particular incident. At that time, royal commentators frequently identified her as his most trusted cousin, suggesting she was ideally placed for a central role within the monarchy when the opportunity arose. However, a noticeable shift subsequently occurred in her status and involvement, a transformation that forms the central focus of the developing narrative. The connection between Prince William and Princess Beatrice extends further back than is widely acknowledged, originating in their formative years. Their shared upbringing involved numerous summer holidays spent at Balmoral and Christmas gatherings at Sandringham. They also participated in various skiing excursions and navigated childhoods across royal estates, alongside a close-knit group of cousins. This cohort shared a unique understanding of the distinct life in which they had been born, an experience comprehensible few outside their immediate circle. A royal insider communicated Hello magazine that the cousins maintained a closer relationship than many typical family members, forged by a shared reality that distinguished them from their peers. A photograph dating from July 1989 visually illustrates this enduring closeness, depicting a 7-year-old Prince William pushing an infant Princess Beatrice in a pram, providing tangible evidence of the long-standing nature of their particular bond. It is also relevant that both individuals are firstborn children, each possessing a strong inherent sense of duty. Furthermore, both witnessed their respective fathers encounter significant public difficulties. King Charles faced scrutiny concerning his marriage, while Prince Andrew confronted considerably more severe allegations. This shared, albeit distinct, experience created a private mutual understanding that remains largely inaccessible to external observers. The question of who could assume additional royal responsibilities became particularly urgent following King Charles's cancer diagnosis in early 2024 and Princess Kate's serious health concerns shortly thereafter. Statistical data highlights the evolving demands on the monarchy. In 2011, 12 working royals collectively undertook nearly 3,900 engagements across domestic and international settings. By 2024, the number of working royals had decreased 10, managing just over 2,100 engagements, a substantial void left by the departures of Prince Harry, Meghan, and Prince Andrew that had not been adequately addressed. Royal expert Phil Dampier observed in May 2024 that both Beatrice and Eugenie appeared to be intensifying their philanthropic activities. He noted they were reportedly conveying subtle indications the king of their willingness to undertake official royal duties if such an invitation were extended. Mr. Dampier also highlighted that King Charles had inherited approximately 300 patronages from the late Queen and Prince Philip, representing a considerable workload for a monarch undergoing medical treatment. The discussion surrounding Princess Beatrice's prospective royal role subsequently gained considerable traction. Ingrid Seward, editor-in-chief of Majesty magazine, conveyed Hello in 2025 her view that Princesses Beatrice and Eugenie would represent valuable assets upon Prince William's eventual accession to the throne. Seward asserted that integrating them in official royal duties was a logical step, emphasizing William's anticipated need for their support. Ms. Seward characterized Beatrice and Eugenie as a potentially impactful and relatable duo, described as charming women unburdened by the sense of entitlement that had negatively affected other members of the royal family. This assessment was perceived not as mere commendation but as a strategic interpretation of the institutional direction required. Princess Beatrice, for her part, had already been establishing a quiet case for her capabilities through her actions. She notably co-hosted a garden party at Buckingham Palace with Prince William in 2024, during a period when Princess Kate was undergoing recovery. Princess Beatrice also attended the Chelsea Flower Show in May 2025. A particularly significant public decision was made on Christmas Day of that same year, where her actions conveyed more than any direct statement could. Despite her parents being entirely excluded from Sandringham, Beatrice chose walk the church path alongside the King, the Queen, and the Prince and Princess of Wales's family. This act visually positioned her with the broader institution, rather than aligning with her mother and father, a notable choice under public scrutiny. Her constitutional position also warrants greater consideration than it typically receives. As a Councillor of State, Princess Beatrice possesses a legal entitlement to execute official behalf of the monarch when King Charles is abroad or indisposed. These responsibilities encompass attending Privy Council meetings, endorsing official documents, and formally receiving ambassadorial credentials. This role is inherently substantive rather than merely ceremonial, and her eligibility for it was automatically conferred upon King Charles's accession to the throne in 2022. And concurrently with these developments, a separate series of events had been unfolding behind closed doors, marking a pivotal turn in the narrative. Prince William and Catherine reportedly presented a private proposition, Princesses Beatrice and Eugenie. This offer was described by some within palace circles as a final opportunity. The core of the proposal was direct. The sisters were requested to submit financial records pertaining their younger years for an independent forensic audit. The objective of this audit was address any outstanding questions regarding the provenance of their lifestyle funding during a period when their father's financial dealings were already subject to considerable suspicion. Furthermore, it aimed to dispel the growing shadow cast over the family name. Princesses Beatrice and Eugenie ultimately declined this request. Their reported stance was that they had committed no wrongdoing and, as independent women with established careers and personal incomes, their financial affairs were private. This refusal was noted within royal circles, as the fallout from the Epstein files intensified around their father throughout 2025, and in 2026, Prince William reportedly began advising other members of the royal family. His counsel was avoid being photographed with the York sisters for the remainder of the year, indicating a clear distancing strategy. Subsequently, the decision concerning royal ascot was communicated. According to reports from the Mail on Sunday, Princesses Beatrice and Eugenie were informed they would not participate in the royal carriage procession in June 2026. This exclusion is widely regarded as one of the most visible indicators of inclusion or exclusion within the royal institution. A source quoted by the paper stated that Princess Beatrice was completely taken by surprise by this development. Former royal butler Grant Harold had previously articulated a positive view of Princess Beatrice's value to the family only a few months prior. However, his assessment by August 2025 had become unequivocal. Harold reported that Beatrice and Eugenie had been described as horrified, anticipating their complete withdrawal from royal life, and that such an outcome would be preferable for them. However, King Charles's perspective on this matter differs markedly from that of his son, Prince William. The king has consistently maintained an alternative position regarding Princess Beatrice's standing. Days after Prince Andrew was formally divested of his remaining titles and honours, King Charles appointed Beatrice as deputy patron of the Outward Bound Trust. This appointment was interpreted as a subtle yet deliberate signal that her father's public disgrace would not determine her own standing. As recently as late March 2026, sources informed The Sun that an invitation royal ascot had, in fact, been extended both sisters. An insider suggested that all indications pointed them not being judged based on the actions of their parents. This situation reveals a current monarch who advocates for distinguishing individual culpability alongside a future king who believes that proximity scandal carries inherent costs, irrespective of personal guilt. Both King Charles and Prince William reportedly hold affection for Princess Beatrice. However, Their disagreement on what her future role within the royal family should entail is significant and is expected to have considerable long-term implications for her position and the monarchy's public image. In response to these evolving dynamics, Princess Beatrice evidently ceased waiting for a definitive resolution regarding her royal position. Filings with Companies House in July 2025 documented her appointment as a Datvarekra and a 45 shareholder in Purpose Economy Intelligence Limited. This technology and consultancy firm was co-founded with Luis Alvarado Martinez, an executive from the World Economic Forum. The remaining 10% ownership in the company is held by Olivia Horsley, Princess Beatrice's long-standing private secretary. Purpose Economy Intelligence Limited operates in sectors including software development, management consultancy, and information technology services. The establishment of this venture clearly indicates Princess Beatrice's development of a professional life that is not reliant on formal palace endorsement. The eventual role she assumed was not a formal royal title or a place in the prestigious carriage procession, contrary to some expectations. Instead, it emerged as something less conspicuous but, over time, more enduring. Princess Beatrice established herself as a royal who successfully navigated her circumstances, maintained her position. She cultivated her own career, secured her own patronages, and forged a distinct identity, irrespective of whether official royal invitations were extended, demonstrating a path of self-reliance within the royal sphere.